Okay, everyone, so we have made it onto the Celebrity Edge and our staterooms are ready. So we are here on floor 8 and our stateroom is 247 on deck 8 on Celebrity Edge. And we actually have an adjoining room with my mom, who has a handicap accessible room, and she is deck 8, 245. First, let's take a look at our room. We do have the Infinite Veranda rooms here on the Celebrity Edge. Gorgeous staterooms. And I know that they have some controversial aspects with the Infinite Veranda rooms, but I think for Alaska and the temperature that we are experiencing here in Seattle and Alaska, maybe I wouldn't want this type of room for the Caribbean. I'll let you know more toward the end of the series how it works out, but for now, my first impressions are that I think this is going to be fantastic for Alaska. So let's take a look at the room. And again, I just walked in, so you guys are getting my first real raw impressions. As we go about the cruise and I get more used to the room, we definitely will circle back and talk more about it. But for now, let's just talk about first impressions. But when you first walk in, obviously, Celebrity is known for sleek, modern appearances. The simple touches like the decor, everything just is very sleek and modern looking. You have the wood grain, the bed here, you have the lamps, the pillows, everything just looks so nice and modern. You have the flat screen television that's right here across from the bed. And as you come into the room, you'll notice here as well on the right hand side of the bed, you do have a plug, and I'll show you guys a little bit closer, but you do have a plug with a light switch and some USBs here. And then there is a USB plug here on the telephone on the left hand side of the bed also. You do have a full-size couch here that does have like the trundle pull-out bed here. And when you come over here closer, let's see, you have the outlet here, and then you have the USBs located here. Now, on each side of the bed, you do have the shelves here. So that's nice, and you have that on both sides. You do have a light here next to the bed, as well as a little stool. And then across from the couch, you do have a tall mirror with a little workstation that has a chair that pulls out, which is quite nice. And then you guys have probably seen it. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the box, but you do have 2 USB ports here, and then the outlets that you can use, and then the Europeans. So you have your 110s, your 220s, and then your USBs. I don't have them with me yet because they're in my checked luggage, but I did bring some extensions to use. They use these boxes to try to make it look more sleek. So we'll see what that setup looks like. I'll come back and report to you guys. But you do have also in here, you have the fridge or the beverage cooler. And then you do have 1, 2, 3 large size drawers here as well. You also have a lamp that turns on, quite nice. And then of course you have the beautiful Infinite Veranda balcony. These do close, these partitions. So if you want privacy, you have that. I don't really know how they work yet because everything is kind of closed up. But anyway, these do close. We have this open right now because it's nice and cool in Seattle today. But you can tell, I mean, here I am like it's an actual balcony room, right? Because I have the window down, which you can control with those controls on the wall right there. So I have it as if it's an actual balcony, but it's an extension of the room. And it is a beautiful day here in Seattle. So I have this here. Let me turn around and give you a view from the other side. So I have this beautiful extension of the room here. And yeah, so this can go up and down. It also has a blackout shade, and I'll show you guys a picture of that later on as well. That will literally blacken the whole room. And so you can open and close that. When this is open, it does turn off the air conditioning controls. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But the weather here is like in the 60s. And so perfect for us anyway. So anyway, for the Caribbean, maybe not, I don't know. But for us right now, this is kind of perfect. So let's take a look at the bathroom and see what we think about that. Because you guys know, as a big guy, that is super muy importante. Okay, so let's look at the bathroom. First of all, my first impressions are beautiful. Again, the artwork, the space is very nice. It looks very accommodating. It has a large shower with a bubble glass. It looks very spacious in all the places you need it as a big guy. So we're talking about a big person or a plus size person. The space here looks nice. The artwork, you have tons of space underneath the sink here for storage. You have a plug down here. You have more storage over here. You have storage on both sides of the sink. It's actually clean. If you know, you know from my last series. It's very clean. And it's ready. It's actually ready early. We literally just got on the ship and the rooms are already ready. So big sink, large sink. They have, you know, all kinds of stuff here, lotion, everything we need. And then let's take a look at the shower. Very nice, like I mentioned, glass encasement, towel racks. You have the handheld. You have a footstool, so if you're a lady and you want to shave, or if you just need better access to wash your legs. You do have shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. So for those of you who hate having that all-in-one thing, you'll have that. And you have a grab handle. So very nice. Very nice. Very, very classy. Very, very nice looking, in my opinion. So there you have it. First impressions of our Infinite Veranda stateroom here on the Celebrity Edge. Now let's go take a look at my mom's room, which is a handicap accessible stateroom, also Infinite Veranda here on the Celebrity Edge. Now let's take a look at my mom's handicap accessible Infinite Veranda stateroom. Again, she is deck 8245 here on the Celebrity Edge. And again, she's in a handicap accessible stateroom, which means she has a little bit more room to navigate with her scooter, her mobility scooter. So these rooms are going to be wider and made specifically for people with handicap needs. So let's take a look. Again, deck 8, room 245 on the Celebrity Edge. So instantly you can tell lots more space here to navigate a scooter. In fact, her scooter is right there. Lots more space. The room is significantly larger. It is a very large room, very spacious for her. needs. And she does have plenty of closet space that she can get access to here. She does have a safe, the same size safe as we have in our room. Same type of plug here next to her bed. Same type of shelf there next to it. She does have another closet over here that is easy for her to get to. And it has a little pull down thing. So it'd be easy for her to pull down, you see, which is a really nice touch. So she can actually pull her clothes down from her wheelchair if needed. It's a very nice touch from Celebrity. She does also have a television across from her bed. Plenty of space to park her scooter. And then the rest of the room is kind of similar. She does have a little desk here. She has the same kind of setup over here with the 220 volt, the 110 volt, 2 USB ports, all set up in the little box. And she has the hidden little beverage cooler that you can also keep locked with a code. And she has the lamp with the little light or the little decorative accessory that's over here instead of over there in a normal room. Also 3 drawers, 1, 2, 3 located there. And then behind us on this side, again, another little table here. We have 2 USB outlets. So on this room, there's 1 regular outlet over there, 2 USBs on this side, and then you have the telephone that has the USB. And once again, you do have the couch in here as well. I don't believe this one has the pull-out trundle, maybe because it's a handicap accessible. It may, but doesn't look like it from first glance. Let me look. Yeah, this one does not, but a lot of the rooms do, but maybe this one just because of its setup. But still a very spacious room. Perfect for someone with handicap accessible needs. And by the way, if you're traveling, we actually got from Special Needs Group, we rented it and they delivered it to our hotel actually in Seattle. They were fantastic. And so Mom also has in this stateroom an infant veranda room, and it has a very large area. So she has the controls just like we do to see out. But then because it's got that extra space, there's even a little space over here. I don't think this section probably, yeah, this side does not roll down, but still, I mean, look at all that. It's going to be beautiful in Alaska. All that space. It's going to be gorgeous. And also, in her room, these just slide instead of folding. But still, that's really nice. And it'll be easy for her to operate. So fantastic view. Big room. Very amazing space. I'm so thrilled with this. And it connects to our room through this door right here. Now let's take a look at her room or her bathroom. Again, this is a handicap accessible room, so everything is made to be accessible for her. So you notice there's no step up here. There's a drain right there, so she can roll right in here to take a shower. There is a seat, plenty of grab rails, lots of space. There are curtains here, but you know that's kind of needed because they're rolling in. But if you'll notice, the track is really wide, so she could roll her wheelchair or walker, or, you know, she'll probably just come in here and kind of sit down. Emergency pools, grab handles around the toilet area, which is fantastic. And again, a large sink with plenty of storage as well. So again, a fantastic setup for the handicap accessible. Great job, Celebrity. Thank you for taking care of our people with handicap accessible needs. This wasn't just a quick fix. This was actually greatly thought out and beautifully set up so that our handicap accessible family and friends can also enjoy their cruise vacation as well. Also, plenty of hooks here. There's hook here, hook here, 2 hooks here on the door. Lots of space. So let's take one more look around the room. Again, handicap accessible infinite veranda room. This is not a suite. This is just a handicap accessible room. Now, don't be trying to book this if you're not actually, you do have to verify that you're a handicap accessible or you need a handicap accessible room. But this is a fantastic room for those who do need a handicap accessible space. One more look. All right, guys. So I hope that this helps you if you or a family member are trying to plan a trip on the Celebrity Edge and you're looking for a handicap accessible room. We'll come back and let you guys know how it all worked out as the trip goes on. But for now, we're going to go find something to eat and we'll talk soon.